Okay, my first point about Evil Dead Burn is I am gobsmacked that Sam Raimi's name just popped up during the end credits, because this was an absolute shit show from start to finish, quite literally. I mean, there's blood, gore and shit all over the place, just flying about the screen. So if you are into that sort of genre of film, brilliant, enjoy. You'll have a whale of a time. But yeah, Sam Raimi, who did Drag Me to Hell, one of my favourite horror films, like, the concept, the gore, the prosthetics, the terrifying action, excellent. But this, like Evil Dead Burn, oh my God. Do you know what? From start to finish, I was almost like exasperated. I was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, side note, it's a series, isn't it? Or a franchise? Evil Dead? Is it a console game? Or is it like a batch of films? I'm going to Google it when I get home, because, I think if it is based on a console game, then that, hands down, will be the reason why it was so shockingly shit. The action in the film itself, it's weird. Really weird. So I can only assume it's a computer game, because it's one of those. It's set in this like creaky old wooden house where an entire family are basically attacked by demons. There's shit all over the place. It's like violence kicking off. They're attacking each other basically. But you'd think it was like a standard, like an episode of a soap opera or something, where a character walks in, kicks off and has an argument with someone, and it's the most normal thing ever to just like tear someone's head apart, rip it off, limbs flying about the place. That's my one takeaway of Evil Dead Burn, is the subtle, the screenplay, the empty, the lack of substance and juice in it, other than the blood splattering about. It's terrible, it's shocking. It's really, really bad. So yeah, I'll have a look at this, but I assume it's a console game. I really wasn't a fan of the whole, the family are in the house, and there's, one of them just explodes, like the dad is like possessed, and he's actually, side note, he's actually a brilliant performer, the dude who plays dad. So yeah, he's good. So he kicks off, starts attacking the mum. Then the girlfriend, he kills the young lad's girlfriend. She comes back as demon, starts picking him off. It's really like subtle. There's no dynamic here. There's no build up to it. It's not shocking enough. They go about picking each other off as if it's like a standard daily practice. Do you know what I mean? Right. So yeah, the absolutely like not feasible, just completely pathetic, basically, storyline I didn't appreciate that at all. Right back at the beginning of the movie, the guy, what was his name? I don't know what his name was, because I was that uninterested. This guy dies like in a car accident. So he's written out almost immediately, but the funeral scene is really weird. So this is right at the start of the film, and I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be a comedy or a horror. A comedy horror? I think the whole thing was confusing, because at his funeral, it takes place next to a construction site, and there's like drilling and all this like banging going off as the sort of the funeral director is trying to give like the speech and stuff. It's really, it was just unnecessarily weird, and I think the film itself is just, I think it was confused between like horror comedy. It really wasn't for me. It was a pile of piss from start to finish. So, not great. Let me reel off the positives. They are actually quite a decent ensemble. The woman who plays the mother, she's great. She's really dramatic. You can tell, like, she's had some decent training. Probably the West End. You never know. This is going to be forced positives now. I'm trying to get, because the rest of this film's fucking awful. So yeah, the mum's quite good. The dad, he's like, fucking hell, he's like a cross between like Vincent van Gogh and one of the Infected from 28 Weeks Later. He's proper, he's violent, he's vicious. It's like, you know, he's like rugged, aggressive, and then fucking goes for him. He's like an animal. He's great. I'm assuming there was some CGI involved because unless he's like an acrobat as well. Yeah, he's good. And the chap with the girlfriend he brings a lot of drama to it. I hate films like this where there's a really good cast, but the storyline is just empty as fuck and doesn't really make that much sense. Do you know what I mean? So the whole thing takes place in the house. Do you know what? I'm not actually going to go into the storyline because it's that fucking stupid and just like dull. It's pointless. So yeah, but that's it. It all takes place in there, in the house where there's these. That's what I didn't like. So it's the fact that like the dad. So like. The girlfriend like chainsaws his head in half, and he's still smiling at her, you know, and then goes and stands outside the house with his dog, like waiting for something else to happen. So she goes running back inside, then it calms down, and she has a conversation with the mother, and then her boyfriend, as if it's just normal everyday. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Really, just awful film. Oh my god! There's no like anyone else, any other character in any other film would be like, oh my god, what the fuck? They wouldn't sit down and have a candlelit fucking supper. Do you know what I mean? When the dad stood outside blowing his brains out. What the hell? What the hell? So yeah, I think this is a console game, isn't it? I can't wait to find out. And if it's not, oh my god, what were they thinking? Seriously. So right. The gore, the blood and gore and prosthetics. Now, so as well as the decent performances and a great little ensemble, the makeup and the sort of the gore and the blood and shit flying all about the place is just brilliant. It really is. Like people aren't just getting picked off; they're getting sliced and diced and torn apart all over the place. I've sat through the fucking Human Centipede and all the Saw films, and even I was like, my stomach was churning. It's a gore fest. You know, fronted by some decent little performers, but otherwise, Evil Dead Burn is just terrible. Those moments of like, you know, someone's cut in half, and then it chills out, and then they go inside, you know, have a nice cucumber sandwich and a cup of tea, you know, get on with it. The grandma character, as someone's being dragged across the lounge floor downstairs, literally being murdered, clicks herself into the fucking Stanner stair lift or whatever and wanders off upstairs. You know, what? Yeah, no. I can't speak about this film anymore. It's shocking. Do not pay a cent for this. It was between Evil Dead Burn and Minions, and I wish I'd gone to see Minions. I truly, I'd love to have sat through Minions instead of this. Right, what's my main takeaway from Evil Dead Burn? Probably my main takeaway is the fact they've got one of my childhood telephones on their kitchen wall. That was the only thing that I got from this film. Back in the early 90s, we used to have my best friend at school. She had this telephone in her hallway by the front door. And I swear it was the exact same thing, the BT, like beige, sort of springy cord phone. I liked that. I think I only liked that in this film. They had a 90s phone in their kitchen. Great. But a strong cast who are quite talented, but some decent gore. Otherwise, steer well clear. The bit where the mum starts like tonguing the dad when half his face is fucking hanging off. Oh my god. What? Just what? What? No. Okay. So yeah, that's no. I can't. Yeah. I can't. Steer clear. Steer well clear. The story itself is just it is just completely unfeasible. It's pathetic stuff, and it's a god awful screenplay. But yeah, if I don't know if it is a series. I'm looking at the poster on the wall over there. I don't know. Evil Dead. I've heard of it, but I'm going to look this up when I get home. Honestly, what an absolute shit show.